These are 9 ways you can make money as a graphic designer. But first, welcome to the bright side. Option number 1. Let's go the traditional route. One of the easiest and hands down the most consistent option is getting a real job. God, I just sounded like a boomer there. Riz Skibbity, Ohio. We good now? Luckily, every single business out there has the need for a graphic designer, whether it's for brand management, marketing, product design, and packaging design. There's usually always a consistent flow of graphic design positions in most larger cities. Of course, you may have less opportunities if you live in a smaller town farther away from a large city, but keep watching because I may have a good option for you. Option 2. Use freelance services. Chances are, if you're in the art space or the business space as a whole, you've heard of Fiverr. Fiverr is a totally open service where artists can offer their services and talents for paying customers. The options with those websites are pretty limitless, ranging from photo editing to logo design to animation. The great things about this option are you get to work your own hours, you're not set in any kind of contract with the host, and you can set your own rates. Of course, there are still some downsides here. While you can set your own prices, chances are whatever services you're offering, there are hundreds of other artists on the platform offering the same exact things. So competition is extremely high, and chances are you'll have to mark down your prices just to get your foot in the door with customers. Another thing is some hosts will likely take a cut of your profits. Combining that with the competition that you'll face, this may not be the best choice as you'll need to put in more work than what's actually worth it in profit. Option 3. Go out and approach businesses. Let's say you live in a small town far away from a large city with no job openings. You do still have some options. A, you could try to find remote work through online job services. B, you can move to a location with better artistic job opportunities, but unless you're single with nothing tying you to your current place that you call home, this isn't the most realistic option. Instead, you can go around your small town businesses, create relationships, and offer your talents. In order to do this, you'll definitely want business cards to hand out and have a portfolio ready to show, whether it's a physical portfolio or online. I will say doing this, you'll need to keep your expectations fairly low and have a pretty tough skin. There's no doubt that you'll be shut down more than once, but that's okay. It's just the downside of going door to door when businesses aren't coming to you first. 9 out of 10 will probably say no, but that's all right. Don't let that sour your view. Instead, be excited to work with that one business that did say yes and continue to build a relationship with the other ones that denied you. After a while, if you're a regular friendly face, they may come to you and decide to give you a shot. Just make sure to blow their expectations out of the water if that does happen, and you'll have loyal customers that you can rely on. Option number 4. Website design. I'm personally jealous of anyone with the patience and attention span to work with coding and build custom websites. You're a rare breed, and more power to you. Just make sure to utilize that talent and advertise custom website building. Most business owners don't have the patience or time to sit down and actually build or manage a site, even through templated hosts like Squarespace. This is where you can easily swoop in and be their knight in shining armor. Even if you don't know coding and can't build a custom site, you can still offer site building and management through pre-made services like Squarespace and Wix. I know that this is possible because I once had a friend that knew absolutely nothing about running their own business online, and they asked me to set up a website using a templated service. But just my luck, at the time, I hadn't used any of those before, so I was also completely lost. So don't be like me, and actually be prepared if this does happen to you. The great thing about hosts like Squarespace is that you can build websites completely free. The only time these services will charge you is if you actually publish a site. So theoretically, you could build site after site after site using all of their templates just to get the practice in at no cost to you. We're halfway there now, but really quick, if you're enjoying or learning anything from this video, please like and subscribe as that's super helpful for me trying to grow this brand new channel. All right, on to number 5. Social media marketing. In this crazy tech-focused world that we live in, social media can either make or break a business. Having a dedicated person to manage and promote social media posts is priceless to business owners right now. Us millennials walked so you Gen Zers could run on social platforms. Most of us are already staring at our phones most of the day, scrolling through feeds anyway. So why not turn that lazy habit into a profitable one? Number 6, selling digital assets online. Selling digital assets and products, I feel, isn't quite as well known yet. With the ability to sell digital files on Etsy or even your own website, You can easily sell anything that you want. My wife has even purchased digital assets for a couple of murder mystery parties. This allowed her to print all materials for the party without having to wait for it to ship. She could also customize some of the digital content to better fit the group that we had playing the murder mystery. I myself sell digital files of my photography on my Etsy store. Link in the description below. See what I did there? The beauty of selling digital assets is that all it is uploading a file. You don't have to physically make or ship anything. When someone purchases it, they can immediately download the files and you're done. I've seen many vendors online sell templates to just about anything. Resumes, scenes for live streams, video assets, and photo editing kits with pre-made filters. The earnings here are usually pretty low, since in reality you are selling a simple file, but since it's digital, you'll never run out of that product. So if you sell enough of them, that can easily make up for the low selling price. Number 7, selling physical items. If you're a little more old school and want to sell physical items, luckily, your options are still just as open. You can basically sell anything you can slap a design on. Hats, shirts, posters, cups, magnets. Again, you can check out my Etsy shop for ideas on physical items. Gotta get that plug in, you know? One of my friends has a very successful Etsy shop where she makes and sells stickers. She's even a top seller with Etsy, with hundreds of sales and reviews under her belt. I'll also link her store in the description. One major caveat to keep in mind when you're running your own store is it'll take a lot of time for you to make any sales. When I was starting mine, my friend told me that she didn't even make a single sale until after about 5 or 6 months. My store has been up for about 2 to 3 months and can confirm so far 0 sales. Well, other than my mom, but we don't count that. But hey, that's just part of it. A good mentality for this route is to start by using it as a side gig, since it'll take a good while for that ball to start rolling. Option number 8. Art fairs. If you want to go even more traditional, you can become a vendor at your local events or art fairs. This is a great way for you to get your name out there with your immediate community, where you can easily start building relationships and do a lot of networking. Having a booth will cost some money up front, with prices ranging anywhere from $100 to $400 and sometimes even more. And you'll also need whatever items you're selling to be ready in bulk, since you don't know how successful you'll be the first times that you go to events. If you're selling smaller items like stickers or prints, your costs will be a little more friendly. But if you're selling larger items like t-shirts, then you'll need to shell out a few extra $100 to make sure you have enough inventory for the event that you're going to. Many events are also becoming cash free. This seems to be more and more common ever since the COVID years. Luckily, companies like Square and Shopify have card readers, which are free when you sign up with them. I've also seen a lot of vendors only use online transaction sources like Venmo or PayPal, which are great alternatives. You may just run into some customers who don't have any of those services, so you'll miss out on those sales, unfortunately. Now let's get to the last one. Number 9, teaching. The last way I want to discuss making money as a graphic designer is a bit unorthodox, but I believe it to be a valid option. Teaching. No, I don't mean go get a job at a school and become a graphic design teacher. I mean, you definitely can do that if you want, but you'll just need a bachelor's degree or, in some cases, a master's degree to teach in a school setting. I'm talking more the lines of tutorials. Start up a YouTube channel like I did, talking about your experience. Create videos on how to do certain things in different design software. You can even start an online blog writing about those things if you don't want to talk to a camera or have your face be seen. This again will take a little bit of time for you to get to where you can start earning money, as search engine optimization or SEO needs to build over time in order to be able to show your content. But if you're a designer with a lot of experience and knowledge, why not share that with new upcoming artists looking for advice or help? The great thing about being a graphic designer today is that we have so much technology and resources available to us that we have a ton of options out there. I've done almost everything on this list, aside from being a vendor at an event, but that's only because of the higher buy-in cost with having physical inventory ready and renting a space. Don't just stick with one avenue either. Run your own shop. Work with smaller businesses. Create tutorials on stuff. You can even do all of these things while at the same time balancing a full-time graphic design job. Not gonna lie, it is a lot of work, but always keep in mind the potential payoff that you won't get if you end up giving up. Quitting's for losers, and you ain't no loser. So get out there and start making cool shit. Thank you all very much for watching this video. I hope that everyone learned at least something new or learned about an avenue that they hadn't thought of before. If you have, please like and subscribe, or comment down below if you have also thought of any avenues that I didn't talk about today that maybe some graphic designers out there may find helpful. That's it from me today. Thank you all very much again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.